Maj Gen Satish Sahijpal, again interacting with you. This time around, the subject that I brought to you to share basic information is what is called the data center. आजकल इंडिया में और पूरी दुनिया में artificial intelligence, that is the AI, की बहुत धूम है. Everybody is talking about AI. At the basis of AI is an entity called data center. डेटा सेंटर ही वो जगह है, वो डेस्टिनेशन है, वो स्ट्रक्चर है जहाँ से AI के लिए जो कुछ भी हमें चाहिए. So data center is at the base of the whole thing, and therefore today's subject we'll try and break it down in very elementary terms. In fact, I have deliberately attempted not to complicate the entire issue of data center because it's not something that technical subject that we are going to be talking about. But my endeavor is to break it down in some very basic, elementary subsections of what a data center is about and where all is it actually spreading its wings globally and particularly in the context of Viksit Bharat. Because in India also now, to be able to catch up with the rest of the world, a lot of effort is being put in terms of technology, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of selection of cities and locations. So coming right back to what is a data center. Data center, gentlemen, is a structure. It's a campus. It can be a room, it can be a building, it can be a campus. But let's talk about today's data centers, the kind that are actually providing services at large scale. We'll not talk about the room-shaped or very small building-shaped data center. But the largest data center actually has the following subcomponents. It's very power-hungry, energy-hungry concept. The data center requires a lot of energy actually, which is to be provided. So that's one subsection. Then the whole process of processing data generates a lot of heat and therefore constant HVAC effort in terms of air conditioning, in terms of chillers and cooling. That's the other aspect that's extremely important. And then we talk about the brain of data center. That is where the data is stored, and then how the data is processed to be able to make available the details or the information that is required after carrying out the due processing and making that available then to the user. That's the part of the dissemination. Generally, this is the kind of chain that will follow. So let us now pick them up one by one and so that the entire thing can become more clear and you are able to then visualize what a data center would look like. So let's assume that a data center is a large building or it's a campus comprising of a number of buildings. So first and the foremost thing that we are talking about are the building, the structure. These structures are windowless. They don't have windows in order to conserve energy, and also there is a security angle that actually goes into it. The selection of the site from my study and my analysis has been such that the locations are safe in terms of, I'm deliberately not mentioning about the strategic or the defense aspect, but somehow the locations are such that they are kept away from any kind of immediate threat, whether it is seismic disturbance or it is anything else where it's likely to come, because the entire resource is extremely expensive and very valuable, actually, put it that way. So we talk about the structure. The structure then has sound walls. Structurally, it's supposed to be very strong. Then it has got security in terms of physical security by way of guards. That's human security. Then it has got CCTV cameras so that any unwanted ingress actually can be prevented. And therefore, for a highly classified kind of destination, these places will have human biometrics. in order that only the authorized persons can enter these facilities. Having spoken about the external structure, now let's talk about the power generation. The energy requirement is such that today we are talking about windmills, we are talking about solar panels, but the basic energy that is in practice today, one is from the main supply, so we will have transformers. Should there be a problem with the transformers for a small time for failure in terms of energy supply, then as a backup we have the DG sets, that's the generator. And in order that there is no interruption between the electric supply going from the mains and the DG sets, the generators picking up, you've got the uninterrupted power supply units, the UPSs there. This entire package of the generators, the transformers and the UPSs constitute the package of power supply. Then as the operation which is carried out inside the data center generates a great deal of heat, and to be able to take care of that and to restrict this entire operation or the complete facility within the manageable temperature ranges, there are very elaborate chiller systems in the HVAC system, so the temperature can be brought down, and the cooling process of the main facility, that is the brain of the processor, that is kept within the stipulated ranges. So that's another facility number 2. That's the power generation, and then we have the chiller system or the HVAC component. Thereafter, let's talk about the brain. The brain, as the data center would actually suggest, has a lot of storage in terms of data. That's a number of hard disks that would actually be keeping this data. And then we have very high speed, high performance computers which are geared to carry out the processing of the information that is required. And after the processed information is ready, then the information is disseminated to the designated destination, whether they are banks or they are industry or they are some other kind of facilities, whatever. So that's the usable data. And that is this entire package of power, the cooling and the brain of the system, the data processing. This entire thing is called the data center. Essentially now, because there is more and more dependence actually that is emerging by way of AI, without talking too much about how this is progressing in terms of the entire globe, it's a global progress. In India, the destinations where AI centers have, or data centers have so far emerged, which is also partially or quite substantially would be based on the needs and the requirements, the suitability. So those destinations are Mumbai, then we have Chennai, the NCR in terms of Gurgaon and Noida. Then you have Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad. These are the places where we have existing data centers. Many more are coming up. And just a point of interest is that when we talk about the size of a data center, instead of talking about its graphical extent of the facility, normally how big the data center is measured in terms of its wattage of electricity. So when we talk about a very large data center facility, something like 1 gigawatts, or it could even be bigger than 1. When we talk about global data centers, the ones very large in China and in USA, they are multi-giga center. So coming back to what we have in India, very recently it came very prominently. It was part of the news when Mr. Sundar Pichai from IIT Kharagpur, that's my institute by the way, he had visited India, and they have just started the data center at Vishakhapatnam. Vishakhapatnam, that's the Google's data center that's coming up there. That's going to be a 1 gigawatt capacity. And along with that, in terms of cost investment, it's 15 billion worth of investment that's going to be coming up here from 2026 to 2030. Google data center in Vishakhapatnam. Reliance has also gone and got approval from the state government, come up with 1.5 gigawatts. If I recollect correctly, I think it is 1.5 gigawatts. That's 17 billion worth of investment. That's again coming up in Vishakhapatnam. Now, I was also curious to find out, and I'll also share that with you, as to why Vishakhapatnam is becoming such a favored destination. It's along the east coast. That's one, and then it is suitable for the submarine cable system which are coming in from the Southeast Asia and from Australia. That's another characteristic that makes Vishakhapatnam favorable. And in terms of size, the land is available. That's the in terms of water. I was reading with regard to the Reliance data center. They are also going to be setting up 80 acres worth of desalination plant. Otherwise, the proximate area that the Google data center and the Reliance data center both will be occupying somewhere like 600 acres of land. That's the way. And the another favorable factor that goes on the side of what makes Vishakhapatnam more preferable is also the state government. The chief minister, he himself is extremely proactive in terms of technological advancement of his state. So that's another important reason. I thought these were the aspects that I will share with you in part 1 of data center. If there are more information that all of you would want to be shared with you, you may please revert to us to IREED India, and then Maj Gen Satish Sahijpal. That's another axis that you could approach. With that, I think for today's interaction, I'll sign off here, and you have a wonderful day. Thank you very much for listening in. Jai Hind.